Welcome back. It's a good start for Shailesh Bolusetti. That's because he's grabbed pole position, and this means that he begins as number one. And what's more interesting is, Sirish, knowing that for the winner in each race there's 60 points awarded, he will well and truly be clear of others if he goes on to grab pole position in the first 2 to 3 races. That's because he's had a good start. The qualifying has been good. He had a chance to remain on top now.
Absolutely. I mean, this is what I think he would have wanted to come in and do, because he's got the experience. He's done a lot of racing. So I think he's set out to achieve what he's done just now. So.
Right, we'll just have a look at the grid position as well, and this is how it is going to be. Shailesh, Anandit, Ishan, they are the top 3 at the moment who will start on the grid, and Siddharth Balasundaram at number 4. But a few names, those who have done well in the past. Karminder at this point in time is at number 5. Still surprised that he's fallen short in the qualifiers?
Yes and no, because I mean he was quick in practice, so I'm surprised that he's that far down. But the surprise is to see Siddharth Balasundaram up there in P4, because he's a brand new guy coming into the championship this year. So.
Right, it's race 1 of this debut season, and it's prediction time as well. That's because one man who knows the drivers best is their coach, Rayo. He spent a lot of time with these drivers. He knows exactly what goes through their mind and what they need to do as well. So let's get a perspective this time around. Let's listen in to Rayo as he gives his take on who are the likely contenders to do well in race 1.
Well, it's Shailesh on pole and Anandit in second. So I would have to say that my money is on Shailesh. Starting on pole on this track is a very big advantage. It's not very easy to overtake on this track. And it's going to be really, really close. Anandit has some good pace.
Well, 9 out of 10 times you'd expect Rayo's prediction to come true. This time around, he said it's Shailesh Bolusetti who could probably be the front runner in winning this particular race. You'd want to go with him as well, Sirish?
Well, I mean, I think it's a very safe bet, to be honest, because Shailesh is a previous champion and he's starting on pole. So, yeah, I mean, it's a very safe bet.
Just the right time to head into race number 1. Remember, it's the first race of the debut season of Volkswagen Vento Motor Racing. All excitement on the tracks over there.
The VW Vento Cup 2015, we waited for this moment. We worked hard for this moment, and the racing championship begins for the Vento. Are we ready to find out who is going to be this year's champion? And the cars are off. It's Shailesh Bolusetti somehow getting that good start. This man has got a knack of getting it through, but there's going to be a very, very crowded corner number 1. In fact, almost 3 cars moving side by side as they hit off on the home straight. So we expect a little bit of a traffic jam, and traffic jam we get 5-6 cars side by side trying to get away in corner number 1 and corner number 2. Was that car number 4 hitting the berm there, hitting a little bit of curbs, trying to get a little more speed from that corner there. Car number 19 trying to run away from this thing. Anand Reddy trying to keep pace with the pack, but he will not be able to do so unless and until he somehow is able to up his pace just after lap 1. Now things are going to settle off very, very quickly. Now this is towards the road end, and this is the wide, very wide hairpin. Now as soon as you finish the wide hairpin, you will be entering the corner, the entry point of the home straight. Now this is where you need to carry so much of speed, because if you do not carry much of speed, you may not be able to get an overtaking chance on corner number 1. Looking at Pratik Sonwane, car number 2 trying to make an overtaking maneuver. That's car number 19, Shailesh Bolusetti, closely followed by the rest of the pack. Look at the way Karminder Singh is going. He's trying to catch up from position number 5 or 6 to move into the top 4 at least, to be able to do that. We still have a long race to go. Remember, this is a 15-lap non-stopper. 15 laps of pulsating action, bumper to bumper. When the cars come on, it's all about getting ahead. How close are these cars at this point of time? Real battle between competition number 6, that is Sahil Kahuri. He's currently fighting it off himself in position number 6 to 8. And then Amit Ameti. We also have Harkishan Vadia, car number 3, in position number 11 and 12. He's definitely moving in. All of a sudden, Shailesh Bolusetti is on a different planet. Look at the lead that he's picked up. This is the fight I was talking about. So close to each other and so close to call. Shailesh somehow extends that lead. I guess it's going to be very much a very lonely number 1 if he's going to do that as well. One thing about Shailesh is he's not one of those guys who will go way too aggressive on the corners. Very rarely you will see He might attack a corner, maybe attack the sides of the corner, a little bit too much aggression. He's one of those guys who believes getting a smooth drive and drive out, carry enough speed on the apex, don't brake too late on the corners. He's all about that systematic smooth driving, and that's what I like about his driving style, and that's really paid dividends. So he is the danger man to win this championship. But the only thing is, that's car number 4 having their own battle. This is for the fight somewhere between 14 and 15. Chivang Lama moves into position number 16. Neha Debas falls back to position number 17 for the moment. There's a lot of action going around there. That's car number 1 for you. Taking a very, very Ritwik Thomas. Remember, in the practice, he had one of the fastest times. This time around, he's still trying to hold his good. Harikishan Vadia has got to be a little bit careful. You already seen that red car getting a little too aggressive. Look at that long, busy line. It's like a huge cat and mouse game going out there. It's a long trailer, one after the other, and none of them giving an inch of pace to the other. This is going to be very, very close. So we're definitely going to see a very pulsating action, especially for the 4th and the 5th fight. And I'm looking at car number 19 only getting better with every lap. Now, one thing Salish is not too much worried about is Anit Reddy, who's coming right behind him. He's got a little bit of cushion. All he's got to do is just maintain that. As I'm talking right now, Kalvinder Singh moves into position number 3, just past Ishan, and he also passed Siddharth Balasundaram very comfortably. Siddharth Balasundaram from very much a local hero here. He is from Coimbatore, as the local boy. He's got a little bit of fan following here. A lot of people have come to watch him, so they must be expecting a lot from him. So then, Siddharth Balasundaram falls back to position number 6. Sahil Kahuri moves into position number 8. Only one man who can stop him is Vigneshwar Devarajan, currently in position number 7. This is the battle I was talking about. The battle for the 7th and the 8th is right in front of you. As we're going to be looking down, that's car number 19 again. Salish Poliseri from Vizag, putting all that he's got on that throttle. Just look at the way he approaches that corner. He gets into the position to get as much number of throttle when the straight line opens up. Very smooth, very simple, straightforward driving. Sahil just moves ahead to position number 6. So Sahil has finally moved in to the top 6 to 7 position. He's going to lose one right now. Was that car number 2? Yes, it was car number Pratik Sunwane. He's going to lose a position for sure. He's currently in position number 9, and now he joins back on the track on position number 10. We are into the dying laps of this race. As with every passing lap, this is going to become a little bit tougher for competition number 2. He's got to hang in there, because currently fighting in position number 10, he's really got to move up the order. As we see competition number 19, Salish Poliseri, slowly being catched up by Anit Reddy. Ladies and gentlemen, Anit Reddy sets the fastest lap time of this race. So then, he is in a little bit of a hurry to catch up. Will there be a possibility car number 10 catching up Raghav Sharma? Raghav Sharma just made that overtaking maneuver, so he sticks himself to position number 5. As we look at car number 19 coming in very strong as well, there is going to be a very outside chance for them to hold off for a very, very long lead. This is going to be a long loop now. Every time I see this, Salish, all of a sudden on the corners, it looks like Anit Reddy sits on the bumper. But when it comes to the straight, it really shows his class, doesn't it? Raghav Sharma crossing the line at position number 5. Ishan does well to move into position number 4. 19 and 25 on the corners. Number 25 sitting on Salish's bumper. There is absolutely no distance. This is what we call bumper-to-bumper action. Very rarely, it's always nice to see that when you have a race, the leaderboard, you fight for the leaderboard and you fight for the position number 1. And if the fight is right on top, you really expect the race to go on interesting. Are we going to see a photo finish? Are we on to something here? This, on your screen right now, you're seeing the fight between the 6th, the 7th and the 8th position. Anit Reddy trying to rush Salish Poliseri into the corner. One of the cars goes off for a very brief moment. Are we going to see one of red flag? Are the cars going to join back? But the bumper's off. This is going to be a little bit dangerous. Was that car number 12, Rajesh Srivastava? Yes, it was. So then he's going to be asked to come into the pit lane and get his bumper fixed and then head out on the track. Salish now coming on increasing pressure from Anit Reddy. In fact, Anit now looks on to his inner side. Will he be able to make that overtaking maneuver count? This is going to get interesting as Salish somehow keeps it tight as well. Karminder Singh, man, he knows how to control that race sometimes. He's been in that position before, so he's in position number 3. He's used to that pressure. We are just moments away from the checkered flag, but this has been a race which belongs to Salish Boluseri. Anit Reddy will definitely take some applause as well, but Salish Boluseri has controlled the pace, never really looked to get on any kind of pressure. Here comes the checkered flag. Salish will happily take it. Coming in at number 2, Anit Reddy, hard worker. Karminder Pal Singh finishes at number 3. What a race we've had, and this is the race we always wanted to watch out for. JK VW Vento Cup, Salish Boluseri number 1, Anit Reddy number 2, Karminder Pal Singh number 3.
The results pretty much on expected lines, and Sailesh Boluseti continuing the good work he did in the qualifiers, and not far behind him was Anandit Reddy as well. But the one big surprise, from 5 to number 3 from qualifiers to being 5th on the qualifiers to number 3rd in race 1, Karminder Singh. The order has been set right now, Sirish.
Yeah, I mean, I think to expect Sailesh to do what he did is like I said, it was a safe bet. But Karminder, I'm glad to see he's actually pulled his socks up and he's come up to where he should be. Actually, he should be further up ahead, I think, compared to considering where he was in practice.
Right, well, we have lots more to discuss on the winners and the performances and the results as well. But all of that when we come back on the other side of a very short break. Stay tuned.